But you know what also doesn't make sense to me? Trump's NFT. He fucking dropped the NFT. My goat, my king.
Is your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, with some very exciting news. By popular demand, I'm doing a new series of Trump digital trading cards. You all know what they are. We've had a lot of fun with them. It's called the America First Collection. 50 all-new stunning digital trading cards. It's really something. These cards show me dancing and even me holding some Bitcoins. Here's the best part. I'm doing great things for my Trump digital card collectors. First, there's the real physical Trump cards. Purchase 15 or more of my Trump digital trading cards and we'll mail you a beautiful physical trading card. It's really, I think, quite something. Each physical trading card has an authentic piece of my suit that I wore for the presidential debate, and people are calling it the knockout suit. I don't know about that, but that's what they're calling it. So we'll cut up the knockout suit and you're going to get a piece of it, and we'll be randomly autographing 5 of them, a true collector's item. This is something to give your family, your kids, your grandchildren. Number 2 is to purchase 75 of my Trump digital trading cards, and you will also be invited to join me for a gala dinner at my beautiful country club in Jupiter, Florida. We really have tremendous dinners with my collectors. Have a lot of fun together. We're gonna have a good time. I'm keeping my Trump digital trading cards at the same price of $99 each. We've done that right from the beginning. So go to collecttrumpcards.com. It's really easy to buy. You just need an email address and a credit card or crypto. You know, they call me the crypto president. I don't know if that's true or not, but a lot of people are saying that. So don't miss out. Go to collecttrumpcards.com.
Dude, he's doing it. He's doing it. My goat. My goat, dude. Look at these cards, dude. Look at these fucking cards.
A popular demand, I'm doing a new series of...
Have you ever considered doing right-wing grifting? I feel like it's so profitable and your skills would make you a good tier grifter. Lol. I know, it would. The only time where I consider it is when I look at a TikTok. Look at a TikTok from the Fear and podcast from our latest episode where I call Harry Daniels some twink. And there are people in the comment section being like, twink is a slur. No, it's not. Okay, it's not. And then hella people are saying I'm homophobic, which is true. I am homophobic. That's the only time where I'm like, maybe I should actually quit this like leftist bullshit. You know what I mean? It's time to quit that shit. Pull up the Crypto Nation Trump card. Is totally Alec Baldwin being pulled up by AI. If you buy 5 Trump cards, you get a pair of Trump sneakers. Oh,
Trump
I'm getting
digital trading cards. You all know what they are. We've had a lot of fun with them. It's called the America First Collection. 50 all-new stunning digital trading cards. It's really something. These cards show me dancing and even me holding some Bitcoins. Here's the best part. I'm doing great things for my Trump digital card collectors. First, there's the real physical Trump cards. Purchase 15 or more of my Trump digital trading cards and we'll mail you a beautiful physical trading card. It's really...
Oh, you got to buy 15 fake ones to get the one real one, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. What the fuck?
I think quite something. Each physical trading card has an authentic piece of my suit that I wore for the presidential debate, and people are calling it the knockout suit. I don't
I bet if you screen printed them and put them on a card stock, you can make a whopping $5. This guy, man. What an incredible place that we're at now in the world, you know? He only heard crypto when people were calling him crypto fascist. I personally love the crank route that he is diving into. He is going in the exact opposite direction that he was supposed to be going in. And it's like kind of too late for him to like obviously swap everything and be moderate. Like he had the wipeout moment after the assassination attempt and he flubbed it. So now he's just like, no, I'm leaning on my worst instincts. I'm going to be the absolute fucking weirdest person and I'm going to run a campaign that is generational. Okay. In terms of how fucking insane the things that we're doing. If you think you got my instincts right, let me tell you, okay, I have none. I have no instincts. I'm out of my dang mind. Okay, bro, you were loving the word crank this last week. Yeah, I wonder why. First of all, I talk about cranks quite frequently on this broadcast, but I wonder why I've been talking about it a lot more frequently now. Perhaps because two of the most prominent figureheads in the crank movement have endorsed Donald Trump back to back. Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. That's where we're at. We're jerking our peanuts and we're cranking them too. Ana bana öğlen yemeği babam yapacak mı? Sonra yapabilir mi yoksa? Tamam.
I don't know about that, but that's what they're calling it.
Okay.
So we'll cut up the knockout suit and you're going to get a piece of it, and we'll be randomly autographing 5 of them, a true collector's item. This is something to give your family, your kids, your grandchildren. Number 2 is to purchase 75 of my Trump digital trading cards, and you will also be invited to join me for a gala dinner at my beautiful country.
Bro, he does not. What the fuck? Who is this? Define crank in your own words. Yes. Someone who is like abrasive and interested in like things that are outside of like normal political ideology. Oftentimes people who consider themselves heterodox thinkers that are really, really, really invested in like one weird thing that they will never give up on. Like going back to the gold standard, you know what I mean? Or abolishing the Fed, or any number of different like individual policies that attract some of these people who are like anti-establishment guys. Some people can be cranks and still maintain like a normal posture. They can hide amongst the regular, gen pop, right? You can be like an anti-vaxxer and still get slotted into, I don't know, one party or the other, right? And obviously with like the Republicans getting weirder and weirder, you will see more cranks moving in the direction of the Republican Party, but like they don't really represent like a significant constituency. Yeah, crank means a fringe politician often seeped in weird pseudoscience and cult dynamic stuff. LaRouche is a perfect example. And yeah, single policy usually. Yep. Do you think the COVID vaccines were fine? No, but only because it didn't make me gay enough or autistic enough. Like, it made me only like a little gay and a little autistic, and I wanted like full autism, full-blown autism and full-blown homosexuality. Is RFK a crank then? Yes, 100p.
At my beautiful country club in Jupiter, Florida. We really have tremendous dinners with my collectors. Have a lot of fun together. We're gonna have a good time. I'm keeping my Trump digital trading cards at the same price of $99 each. We've done that right from the beginning. So go to collecttrumpcards.com. It's really easy to buy. You just need an email address and a credit card or crypto. You know, they call me the crypto president. I don't know if that's true or not, but a lot of people are saying that. So don't miss out. Go to collect.
Look at how Bro, they put his head on Tom Fitton's body. This whole commercial is very normal and definitely not weird. Bro, this is why, like, oh God. this is a perfect opportunity for someone who was like even a little bit invested in like bettering American society on the Democratic side to just run the fucking table. Okay, to go on a generational run. Like, you literally just have to be normal. You just have to have a normal campaign, and you have to be normal. Like, just if Tim Walz was at the top of the ticket and was just like saying, you know, I want healthcare, I want to like give people healthcare treatment. It's fucking ridiculous that like medical bankruptcy is still a thing in this country. You know, like if there was like anyone doing that, this would be not even like, this would not even be a question. We'd be talking about like Ronald Reagan style wipeout for the Democrats. Okay. Like every fucking day, every goddamn day, this dude comes out with a new thing where you're like, I cannot believe you did this. Every fucking day they are throwing. Okay. Every dang day they are throwing. I just don't understand it. If they could instead like do interviews and be like normal humans instead of capitulating to the right and avoiding media when they get backlash from the population, we would have an easy peasy win. Wait, what? No, they're not. What are you saying? No, they don't get backlash from the population. They just get backlash from the media. Nah, we're way too partisan now. 2008 Obama was the ceiling. Who's throwing harder though, Kamala or Trump? Trump. What? Not even a question. Like this race should not be close, okay? This race should not have even been close with Joe Biden, but he was a carcass, so it was one that he was going to lose, but the race now should not be close either. And the entire momentum that they got, like, how do you forget the lessons that you should have learned from swapping out Joe Biden, doing something that most people said was impossible to do, swapping out Joe Biden against, the DNC chair and against like the wishes that the Democratic Party normally, or against the normal instincts of the Democratic Party, and then getting Tim Walz on that ticket too, and seeing that wave of support increase dramatically, only to immediately turn around and start moderating. Like, you're going to start cutting away at the momentum. They're going to do it. Tim Walz is doing for the Democrats PR-wise what Tim Tebow did for the Florida football program 2006 to 2009. Yeah. Trump is already fucking the bag up. Like, he is basically doing every single thing he can to just move in the exact opposite direction of the direction he's supposed to be moving on. The issue, however, is that I'm not entirely convinced he could actually moderate this far in.
Go to collecttrumpcards.com. Go right now and collect your piece of American history. Let's have fun together and enjoy my Trump cards. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll be talking about it for a long time. Thank you very much. Have a good time.
Yeah, we will be. No, we won't. Because it seems like every fucking week there's a new thing that this guy does where you're like, I can't believe he did this. Why did he do this? What an insane thing to do. And obviously, it is, one, securing the endorsement of Tulsi Gabbard. That's obviously a huge one. And then putting RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard on his transition team.
Harris is hitting the campaign trail tomorrow for the first time since the Democratic National Convention. With just 70 days till Election Day, Harris is taking her message on a bus tour across Georgia, while former President Trump is campaigning across the Midwest. ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang joins me now for more on that. Selena, the Trump campaign has confirmed to ABC News that Trump's former rival, Robert Kennedy Jr., and former Democratic lawmaker Tulsi Gabbard are joining his presidential transition team. What can you tell us about their roles, and how did this come about? What's the strategy here?
Yeah, Diane, well, I mean, it's unclear exactly what role they would play in the transition team, but in confirming this information to us, a senior Trump campaign advisor said this comes as they're trying to expand their support across partisan lines. Now, RFK Jr. and Gabbard are both former progressive Democrats who more recently left the party. RFK Jr. said in a recent interview, in a new interview with Tucker Carlson, that he's looking forward to joining this presidential transition team and that he's going to play a role in picking people who would serve in this next Trump administration. It's only days ago that RFK Jr. suspended his independent bid for president. He formally endorsed Trump. This is despite a very acrimonious history between RFK Jr. and Trump. RFK Jr.'s campaign was also in part fueled by conspiracy theories around vaccine and COVID. Now, Tulsi Gabbard, she only yesterday formally endorsed Donald Trump, but she has already been playing a role in his debate preparation, sources tell us. Now, Tulsi Gabbard does not have huge name recognition, and RFK Jr. was only polling in the mid-single digits.
Wow, I can't believe Tulsi Gabbard, who is most prominently featured as a Fox News substitute host for Tucker Carlson, would do this. I can't believe she would do this. I cannot believe Tulsi Gabbard, who, once again, and I'm going to repeat this, is a substitute host for Tucker Carlson on the Tucker Carlson time slot when Tucker Carlson used to be on Fox News, would endorse Donald Trump. Wow. I am shocked. Okay, shocked, I tell you. I am so confusing. How could this have happened? Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. It's awesome. Respect. Respect to everybody involved. You know, respect to the Trump camp. They're doing the dang thing. They're doing it big out here, okay? Putting numbers on the board. The Tulsi Gabbard constituency is so big, so huge. You don't even understand it, okay?
But Trump is hoping that they could make the difference in these battleground states that could come down to just a few thousand votes.
Meanwhile, Selena, Vice President Harris is getting some new endorsements.
I remember you screaming at Chatters at 2020, simping for her against Bernie. Not even Yang Gang had a bigger fallout. Yeah. My dad loves Tulsi, but is super pro-Ukraine. Yeah, I'm sorry to say this to you, Paul Timothy. Like, I genuinely hate to bring this up to you, but like, your dad is horny, okay? It's a very weird thing to probably realize about your own father, but your dad's horny. That's it. Like, there's not really much else going on there, okay? Like, I doubt your dad is like some weird Hindu nationalist. I doubt your dad is, you know, Islamophobic in the way that like Tulsi Gabbard is, because there's plenty of other Islamophobic politicians that he could be simping for. I think your dad's just horny. He listens to the Joe Rogan podcast and he gets horned up. Sobbing. That's it. Tulsi Gabbard has nothing else going on.
From aides to former Republican presidential nominees. How significant is that?
Yeah, so this is coming from more than 200 Republican staffers who worked for prominent Republicans, including former President George W. Bush and Senators McCain and Romney. They are saying in this letter that they're calling on independents and conservatives who came out for President Biden in 2020 to do the same for Kamala Harris in 2024. They say that Donald Trump poses a threat to America's national security, to democracy at home and abroad. They acknowledge in this.
I know you don't care, but it is the only people like Jimmy Dore who recently said that Donald Trump is by far to the left of Harris who are fans of Tulsi. Dude, what fucking planet are these people living on? I don't understand, okay? I don't even talk about these people because they're completely irrelevant, dude. I'm sorry. Like, you have nothing decipherable about your worldview, okay? Like, yeah, Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party are right-wing, okay? Yes, they are. They're center-right on a lot of issues. They are objectively right-wing on immigration, right? For sure. But like, to say that Donald Trump is more progressive is so insane. Like, what are we talking about? My anger and resentment for the Democratic Party stems from the fact that they literally try to move to the right all the time and get close in proximity to the Republican Party. The Republican Party has never done anything remotely progressive. You are out of your mind. They're waving mass deportation flags at the RNC. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh. Donald Trump is far right 37%, right 16%, leans right 10%, centrist 8%, leans left 3%, left 5%, far left 10%. What the fuck is that? Okay, I'm done. No, I'm done. I'm swapping jackets. I'm fucking done. I'm done. We're done. You've never answered a survey in a weird way to mess with the data? No. What the fuck? I don't know how you could ever arrive at this conclusion. Like, I don't know how, like, what do they mean? What Nazi is so far right that they think he's far left? Like, is that what they mean? Is that like, is that what they're saying? Like, he's a Nazi and the Nazis were socialists or something? Is that what they're saying? I don't. MAGA communists? No. MAGA communists are not showing up at 10% on any poll. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's happening there. I don't know, man. I've given up. I've given up trying to understand. How is he not far left? Donald Trump. How is he not far left? Can you point to one far left? What do you think far left is? And can you point to one far left policy that Donald Trump has can you point to one far left policy that Donald Trump has had ever in his life? Like, what? This has got to be bait, right? We're just having fun in the chat at this point. People want me to go crazy. Communist tendencies. Oh my God, I don't know if he's baiting. What do you mean by communist tendencies? Please explain. Please explain. What is a communist tendency of Donald Trump? What do you think communist tendencies are? Please. Frantically Googling. Okay, but like, he's not going to be able to come up with an answer that makes sense because that's how far he is from the reality. Why does this person's vote matter more than mine? The Democratic Party needs these guys, okay? They don't need you. you dummy. You simpleton. You shut the fuck up and vote for the Democratic Party. This guy, on the other hand, the Democratic Party has to get this guy on board, okay? Here's how we can win. That's what they say. I wonder what the Venn diagram between people who think Hitler was a socialist and Republicans against Trump is like. Here's how Bernie can still win. No, he's still in here. He ain't got nothing. He's just chirping still. He's like, the bot's broken. He's just like repeating. No, he's just repeating things that he thinks are like good owns or something. That's not even what I'm saying. Okay, we're done. I gave up on the bot. Okay. Actual email Trump campaign sent this AM. This could be my final message. Oh no, they're killing him. Oh no. Oh no. They're taking him out back and putting one in his dome. It's over. Like a horse that got injured too hard, okay? He's off to the glue factory with you, JD. Guys, if you don't respond to this email right now, they're gonna kill me. They're putting me down.
Letter that there are policy differences between them and the Harris team, but they say that the alternative would be, quote, untenable.
Now, both Harris and Trump are hitting the campaign trail this week. What are you watching for there?
So Harris is going to be gearing up for a bus tour through battleground Georgia with her running mate, Governor Tim Walz. She would have been off the trail for several days before this. She's been pretty quiet since the Democratic National Convention wrapped up last week. We've been told by sources that she's intensely focused on debate preparation. That first face-off with Trump just 2 weeks away now, and this is going to be high stakes. There's a lot riding on this, as Harris hasn't yet had a lot of unscripted, off-the-cuff moments. Donald Trump, for his part, he's focused on the Midwest states. They're focusing on delivering a message about the economy. They're likely to continue to hammer the Biden and Harris administration for high inflation over the last few years, although inflation has been cooling. And later today, J.D. Vance is going to be delivering a message on the economy in Michigan, and he'll be doing it behind bulletproof glass. That's part of new safety measures that were installed after Trump's assassination attempt. It's going to be at an outdoor venue in Michigan.
All right, Senior White House.
Kamala Harris is far left 37%, 15% say left, leans left 12%, leans right 2%, far right 8%. Centrist 13%. I mean, this makes more sense. You have to remember, like, the people's understanding of politics is like silly, right? Like, I think Kamala Harris is, somewhere in the center, probably center right. And that is because, like, she has a bunch of policies that are, like, objectively more progressive than other Democrats or Democrats prior. But overall, I mean, she's literally a fucking cop. She called herself the top cop. Like, all of that stuff is crazy. Like, she's genuinely running on being a cop. Like, these are all things that should mark her down as, like, a center-right figurehead. But, of course, Americans are so brain broken, they're like, she's far left. Some of those people, I think, say she's far left because she's a black woman, probably, The 37% far left is more insane than the 8% far right? Yeah. I think we need to consider who has the mandate of heaven. Still leftist guy. She's just far right on the border, on foreign policy, on Israel, on NATO. She's definitely not a Bush-style neocon. Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. She's secretly a socialist. She's secretly Comrade Kamala. Oh. Republican Minnesota Senate candidate Royce White says suburban women voters are suckers. Nice. Good stuff. Vance calls me weird, but then he lies about how his kids were conceived. Who does that? Bro, they did infertility treatments. What are you talking about? Why are you talking about his fucking semen, dude? God, these guys are fucking, they're throwing so hard.
House correspondent Selena Wang, thank you.
Kamala
Harris called out for sexist, misogynist campaign. What? Oh my God, they're throwing darts at the board, baby. I love the Republicans. The Republican messaging is just like darts on the board. See what fucking sticks. Okay, who knows? Something might. Joshua something 17. Thank you for the 5 community gifted subs. Can you explain the difference between conservative and neoconservative? It's just not. It's a distinction without a difference for the most part. Neocons are just like even more pro-war than regular cons are. It's just a wave under the Bush admin, a wave that blew the fuck up. That was like constantly, like John Bolton would be a neocon. Like consistently trying to interfere in like other countries' affairs, like past like the average conservative would. The neocon shtick during the 90s was that they were conservatives but not racist. Aren't they also like anti-education and liberal arts and stuff? No. What? That's every Republican, dude. Neolibs and neocons seem like the same people in a different color shirt. No, neoliberalism is a right-wing ideology that is like, that's a little bit more tangible. Neoliberalism is government interference or free market trade. Free market principles above all else. Let fucking free enterprise thrive. And also, you can actually interfere in the market as long as it benefits corporations. That's neoliberalism. It is privatization of everything, and then also shifting the scales at times in at the behest of free enterprise. It has nothing to do with like you can do authoritarian governance if you want. Pinochet is a great example of this. Obviously, you can have whatever kind of administration that you have, as long as corporate interests are protected. The idea that free enterprise will be able to bring about the best possible outcomes, no matter what. Yeah, neoliberalism. The government exists to make the world safe for corporations. Yes, that's the most reductive, but the best way to explain it. And plenty of liberals are neoliberal as well, and plenty of conservatives, almost all conservatives are neoliberal as well. Liberalism equals free market is good for the market. Neoliberalism, free enterprise can solve every problem in society. Yes. And that the difference I would say between like liberalism and neoliberalism is that, a lot of people lie about their actual ambitions and aspirations, but neoliberals do not have an issue with like market interference from the government, as long as it is creating results that are more beneficial for corporations. Like subsidies and whatnot are looked at as a positive, whereas liberals might have an issue, like liberal in the political theory understanding, not in the American understanding. Liberalism is supposed to be like liberal attitudes are supposed to look at corporate subsidies and say, well, this is not real free market capitalism. We don't like it. Whereas neoliberalism is always going to put their hand on the scale What would someone like Trudeau fall under? Virtually every single Western politician falls under the banner of neoliberalism. In the post-Thatcher Reagan era, most Western politicians, regardless of whatever party loyalty that they have, regardless of what party that they're under, are always going to be neoliberal. Neoliberalism thinks problems can be solved by making sure people have access to markets. Is not concerned about inequality in those markets. Yes. Neoliberalism is the forcible expansion of private markets through destroying welfare programs and forced deregulation. It's private markets, free market or not, above all else. Yeah. It is also, unfortunately, the way that the world works, the Western world works in general.